Hello, hi, I'm Kai. Good to see you. Where came here to see?
Yeah. Following your program.
Yeah.
What's your name?
John.
I'm Charlie.
Charlie.
So nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Good to
Thanks
see you.
for coming. We'll be
Okay.
starting soon.
Yeah. We'll be there.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, Pat's getting weak.
Whoa.
No!
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Michela Malazzi. I'm the host and producer of a TV series called Bare Feet, where I get to travel and dance around the world. We're actually filming our 5th season. You see some camera people around today. And we have a new season of Bare Feet coming to PBS and on NYC Life later this year. And this is one of our last shoots that we're doing. We've been filming all summer, and what I do is I make new friends by dancing with strangers. I connect through the universal language of dance and music. And for our upcoming Little Sri Lanka episode, I've had the honor and privilege of interviewing, and now you will see tonight performing some incredible artists. I want to start off by saying thank you to Culture Lab LIC. A big round of applause for them. This is an incredible space supporting artists. It's a non-profit. Without them, this evening wouldn't be possible. Without them, you wouldn't have such beautiful, incredible artists and performances, and an open-air space that never closed during COVID. That is a miracle. Never closed during COVID. I also want to thank Ushka. Ushka over here is our DJ for the evening. Ushka made this all possible. Without you, Ushka, none of this would have been possible. Really, this is a wonderful collaboration of beautiful artists you'll see tonight. And I'm going to pass the mic to Ushka because this is an evening. It's called KOTHU, an evening of Lankan diasporic performance, and you will see why these beautiful artists call each other friends, colleagues, inspirations for each other. It's just a beautiful group of people, and I'm proud to be here with them. So thank you all. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Pushka, thank you so much, and thank you all.
Thank you, Michela. Long Island City! Can we actually just call it Queens? What is this LIC stuff? Welcome! So I'm super happy that we're all here. This group of people, we have not performed together in this iteration before. We are from an island in the Indian Ocean known by many names, Lanka, Sri Lanka, Ilankai, and we're so happy to be here together to show y'all like all sorts of like amazing diasporic intention that we have with like love. And just like, this is a special group of friends, and so I'm really excited to for y'all to hear storytelling, harp, music, cello with some of my lovely friends, and I'm gonna wrap it up with the DJ set. So I hope y'all stick around. How many of y'all know what KOTHU is? Okay, we were trying to get some KOTHU here, but you know, it didn't work out. But y'all should go find yourself some KOTHU in New York City. What that is roti that's chopped up and fried with all sorts of veggies and meat. It's a Lankan street food. It's iconic. It feels like home. It feels like it represents all of us. So that's why we call this night KOTHU, an evening of Lankan diasporic performances. And I'm going to introduce my amazing and lovely friends of over a decade who have inspired me in my artistry. YaliniDream and Varuni Dirgachalbam and Neil. And Yalini really, really fostered my ability to be in New York, so I have so much appreciation for her. I'm just going to read her bio. YaliniDream conjures spirit through her unique blend of poetry, theater, song, and dance, reshaping reality and seeking peace through justice in the lands of earth, psyche, soul, and dream. Yalini will be joined by Varuni and on cello and Neil Murgai on sitar and vocals, daf and vocals. So please welcome them to the stage and enjoy.
Vanakkam. Vanakkam in Tamil means I honor the sacred in you, and that's how we greet each other when we see each other. As beings who are not bound to one moment in space and time. We are quantum tunneling beyond the limited ideas of this reality into the infinite possibilities that can lead to humanity's thriving. Basically what I mean is we're trying to shake it up a bit. Our Tamil communities went through such utter devastation and a deep sense of hopelessness from 2006 to 2009. And some of us now are really mixing and catalyzing and sparking what is our new visions for liberation. How can we take the heartache and the fear and the anger that we've experienced in the past and transmute that towards a politic of hope and liberation? So part of that means reflecting on older stories, reflecting on what we've gone through as a community so that we can move through that anger and that pain and that fear in order to be able to find that creativity, that joy, and that resilience. I'm going to start with a story about my father, and you'll hear in that story also my father had contracted polio, which I think is an interesting, the polio epidemic is interesting to reflect upon as we're going through what we're going through right now during pandemic. He contracted polio because he didn't have vaccine access at that time. And what's also interesting is one of the reasons polio still persists through the world is because of the way the CIA actually also manipulated and said they were doing vaccines, but collected people's DNA. So the distrust from that moment also people resisted taking the polio vaccine. And so as we think about the different forces, the different ways that we're being manipulated in different directions during this time, I invite us as we listen and as we move to find that energy that connects us, that pulls us into our collective and multiple truths. My father was born with an opening at the top of his mouth, a cleft palate, a hole in need of mending. His parents sought healing, took my father as a child to the doctor, but in the hospital he caught polio, which mangled his legs, and the hole was still there. People fear mangled legs and strange walks. Perhaps the disease they talk are punished for past crimes, and people think that twisted bones are twisted minds. Unable to catch the rhythm of my father's legs swing, people pitied him, holding their faces grim. But intelligent children, treated like imbeciles, become angry and fistful, fury volatile as a pistol. Metal calipers meant to fix a crippled bound, my young father ankle to knee, his dream becoming to walk free. Until then, when threatened, he used them as weapons. He cracked and bloodied skulls, sending others to hospitals. He threw bricks through windows. Teachers tied him to chairs, and his anger grew. More surgeries over another year, trapped within infirmaries. His grandmother was his only school. She told him stories of Tamil soldiers fighting for the British in World War II, coming back with cut limbs, and his anger grew. Every day she read him the newspaper. He had nothing to do but think. Then came Sinhala-only acts, more gatherings, tear gas, more lies, torture, propaganda, and his anger grew. His dream becoming
coming for his people to walk free. He gave speeches, a wall should be built between Tamil and Sinhala. He placed rage and brilliance in the troubles. At 14, he was a part of a movement, a part of standing tall against all those who exploit us. He didn't know that burning empty buildings would lead to a land full of mines. Children clutching machine guns, cyanide capsules around necks, the massacre of neighbors who pray in your own tongue. Thousands and thousands pushed from home. He didn't know that liberation could become a prison, destroying everything you have ever known to be precious. Revolutions of power, burning and turning. Revolutions of power, burning and turning. You've got to love your people, to serve your people. You have to love your people, to protect your people. You have to love your people, to defend your people. Who will love my Thanks, y'all. Thank you so much. Oh, it feels so good to be in front of a live audience here. This is my first performance, live performance since pandemic unfolded. I was on the road when everything, you know, my cousins in Italy were like, why are you getting on an airplane? I was like, please just let me make this money before everything goes. Yeah, and I needed that money and it happened. And I was like, the U.S. is not going to catch up to this for a few more weeks. And they were like, oh my gosh, the virus is in the country. But this is the longest I have gone without performing in front of a live audience since I was 12 years old, and I was born in the 70s, so that was like 1988. And it has been a powerful time to go internal and to listen and to notice. And so I'm going to share, this is one of my favorite love stories with y'all, and it's the beginnings of trying to subvert that dualism that is dominating our culture at this time. Now folks don't even blink at Butter and Firefly. But back then in the day, not one got it right, with Butterfly being of the day and Firefly of the light. Who ever heard of a butterfly and firefly getting together? I don't even know how they do it. Jamming together mismatched puzzle pieces. It's disgusting. That first time they met at dusk, butterfly flitted, acting a little brusque. But fire has ways of melting butter, so little time passed before they were all over each other. To them, they fit precise, butterfly being of color and firefly being of light. So as the North Star rose, as day met night sky, butterfly fell in love with firefly. Unable to shine full and bask in stars twinkle. So Butter told Fire she could fly in the night. She could try visiting her flowers with her honey as her guide. So Butterfly tried staying up and going into the dark mystery of the night. Oh no, it's not true. I'm so horribly blue. Butterfly sobbed, bellowed, and cried as she discovered that her flowers closed at night. Fire soothed Butter with a gentle hum. This does not mean we have to be done, my love. Know that our hearts will always be one. You must fly at day and I at night. So let's wait to entwine when sun mingles with moonlight. And that's how Butter and Fire kept flying high, despite Butterfly being of the day and Firefly of the night. Every eve and early morn, each dusty dusk and creeping dawn, Butter and Firefly lived their love song. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And my name is YaliniDream, and I am so honored to be sharing this stage with the powerful souls who are going to continue